Hi, this is Valerie.
My name is Mona.
This is the Influencer Av podcast. The Influencer Av podcast is your one-stop for all things being an influencer or creator in Nigeria. We're going to be having honest conversations, no holds barred. So stay tuned and you'll learn a thing or two or even more. Mona, how are you doing today?
Good girl.
Okay.
Because our topic today is the business of influencing.
Ooh, I
We
like
have
that
a
one.
special guest today. She is the CEO of Beauty by AD. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Adela, how are you doing?
Hi.
It's great to have you because I'm so sure we have so much to learn. Okay, let's start with your skincare routine. Tell us the tea because your skin is glowing.
Superior. Thank you so much for having me. For my skincare, I don't do so much. I cleanse. After cleansing, I use my face toner. I use my face. I don't use my face toner all the time.
Okay.
Say twice or three times a week, and then I use my face serum. After that, I go into my vitamin C, then moisturizer and sunscreen. Sunscreen is so important.
You heard it
Your
here.
sunscreen, please.
You heard it here.
Yeah, so that's all about my skincare. And then my night routine.
What's the secret in your? What's the secret sauce in your night routine?
Just use very nice moisturizer, like just go to bed and get good to
So
go.
good moisturizer.
Yeah, good moisturizer after cleansing.
We have to cleanse it. Should those people
Of course,
dirty face?
makeup, please.
So I know like when Muna did your intro, she spoke about how like you're the CEO of Beauty by AD and how you're also like one of the big creators in Nigeria. So how did it all begin? Like how did you start your creator journey and how did you transition from being a creator to now even becoming an entrepreneur?
Okay, so how did I start? So I would say this year will be my 13th year in the influencing industry.
Wow.
Supposed to be that way. And to be honest with you, it's been really amazing. When I was still very young, I'm still young, I'm not that old. So I used to, get this attention from people. What are you wearing? What do you have on? What hair are you wearing? What color are you wearing? Where did you get it from? I'm always doing that for free. I was doing all this for free, telling people my secrets for free.
Wow.
And just one day I just realized that, are you okay?
She saw the light.
Everyone has that one day.
I was like, are you okay? You need to be making money from this thing. Then Instagram was not this big, So I was getting little payment from me. In fact, I will tell you that I've had my daughter before I started getting payments for influencing. I'm always just doing it for free. Oh, let me do good girl, let me just tell them my secret and I see brands coming to me, oh my god, they're like after putting us out there, we got a lot of sales, blah blah blah. I get reviews from the brands that I actually do shout-outs for free. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I can actually make a living out of this. In fact, I already started Beauty by AD. I didn't know at the time that I can actually make money from influencing. So I started Beauty by AD. I was doing that. That was giving me my steady income. But when I noticed and figured that okay, I can actually make money through influencing, then just
started enjoying this both of them.
So I want to ask, was your aha moment influenced by other people you saw making money from influencing, or did you just realize out of
okay? So at the time, it wasn't. You can literally count how many people that are into the influencing thing. I don't even know what the quality was. It's definitely not influencer, but at the time there are just few people that would take pictures. But me, I just thought to myself like, you know what, I cannot do full job again because these people, when I go and buy from them, they don't give it to me for free. So why do I have to advertise the brands for free? So I just started making money.
Okay. So we know that you have a business and you're also an influencer. So would you say that there's anything you've maybe learned or just building that audience from being an influencer has also transitioned and helped you with Beauty by AD today?
Okay, so if I'm being totally honest, when I started Beauty by AD, I tried to separate both brands.
Okay.
Do you get me? So I have Beauty by AD and I have Diiadem brand.
Okay.
Right? So I try not to mix both brands together. It was just up until like few years ago, like 2 years ago, I let myself represent the brand because I don't want you to use my product because it's Diiadem. I want you to use the product because you actually really love the product and I want you to come back. But if you actually buy my product because of my influence, because of Diiadem, that means if you try the product and you really don't like it, you won't come back. Right? So I separated both brands. And if I'm being completely honest, when I started putting out videos, because I actually trained as a makeup artist. I trained, this is my 10th year in the makeup industry.
Wow.
So I need to let people know that I know what I'm doing. I didn't start the business because I just want to have a business. I started the business because it's something I have passion for and I really wanted to do it. So it's just they're not together.
With her question on transition, were you a makeup artist before you started Beauty by AD, or was makeup something you just loved doing?
Okay,
was makeup something you just loved?
Okay, so makeup. When the beauty industry is very broad, so you can actually be an influencer, be a beauty influencer, you can be a makeup artist, and you can also be a product developer. So first, I am a lover of makeup. I breathe makeup. I eat makeup. Okay, so quite unfortunate, I'm not makeup today, but like I love makeup, right? So I've been doing this since for as long as I can remember, right? Now I trained to be a makeup artist because I want to be a makeup artist. I want the line, something happened. I think I've said this story a million times already, and
it's fine. We don't know.
So a particular person made me stop makeup artistry, like being a makeup artist, because would I say I was a bit bullied? I was kind of like bullied on set, and that gave me some sort of discouragement not to just do makeup anymore. But I still want to be in the makeup industry.
Yeah.
So instead of just entirely dropping the makeup thing, I went into product development, so which is why I'm here today. And I'm actually very grateful to that person that did that to me, because if not, I don't think I'll be here. We are for this.
Yes, guys, learn how to use your bad experiences to your own benefit.
Alright, so what came first? Was it Diadem or Beauty by AD?
Okay, so Diadem actually came first, but Diadem wasn't making money. Beauty by AD came and started making money immediately. Diadem was there, people knew Diadem, but Diadem was dumb enough not to make money with that influence.
So Diadem literally learned.
So along the line,
Beauty by AD.
Yeah, I know, that's not the same.
Okay, so explain to me the
Diadem
difference.
spoke sense into our head that my girl starts making money through this.
What your mate is doing.
Exactly. So, and I mean, to be honest, if you're an aspiring influencer, all I'm just going to tell you is be original. There's nothing that can beat that. I'm one person that will know. I won't watch what my other person is doing to better myself. Okay, sometimes you might just watch your competitors to be better than them. Look at the loopholes and use it for your own advantage or to your own advantage, right? So, and I don't like to copy people's content. Be original. Likes do not matter. Your following do not matter. You can have 1 million followers and not have the buying crowd. You might have 1,000. If you might just have 1,000 followers and you have a good community that whatever you say, they take it, and you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you just said something about how you can have millions of followers and not have like a buying crowd. So do you have like any tips or maybe anything specific you think has helped you turn your millions of followers into a buying crowd?
Okay, so for me, I would say you should you have a community. I call them my community, my followers, my family, right? What I'm going to tell you is keep doing what you're doing. Engage. It's important to engage the followers. You can drop a post. Once you drop that post, don't just make the post and go and sleep. Make sure you engage with your followers. Let them feel that connection. So once they start feeling that connection, they start feeling that, we are family, they are my family. There's no way you're going to put anything out there as long as you know what you're doing and you're sure that they won't come and they won't patronize the brand. And in turn it turns to money.
Okay, so my next question is, so you know how you said that Diadem was stupid enough not to be making money before. So how does Diadem make money today?
Okay, so Diadem is not a brand.
Thank God.
A money making brand, guys. Kaching, kaching.
So I have my management that I have my rate card. If you want to do business with me, you can
Call me.
Message. So yeah, I know what I'm worth. I know my value and put a price to it. So that's basically it.
Okay. So do you have like maybe any preferred platforms or like I feel like Instagram is like your most preferred platform, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, so I have a community on Snapchat as well.
Okay.
So, and I feel like most of my Snapchat family, they're not on Instagram.
Oh.
So they're like two different
Demographic.
family or community. How do I put it? So Instagram, yes. Snapchat, yes. So if you want to come do business with me, I check you out. If I know that okay, Snapchat is very fine, I'll let you up for Snapchat. If I know Instagram is, I'll let you do Instagram. So most times I advise my clients on which platform is better to work with me.
Diadem, the brand. How does Diadem collaborate? How does Diadem, how does Diadem work with partners? Brands and people. Like, what's your process in working in collaborating with brands or with other creators?
It's pretty easy. Sometimes I reach out because if you're looking for something, if mountains don't go to
Mohammed
will come to the mountain. So if I have brands that have been eyeing that I really want to work with this person, I send a mail. I reach out to them, send them my portfolio, I let them know that okay, I can do this, I can do that. And if it's something that I've tried before, I let them know as well that okay, I've tried your products and I love them and I really love to put the word out there to my Nigerian community, especially international brands here. So yeah, and if brands want to work with me, they send an email, respond, and we do business. It's very simple.
How about individuals? Have you collaborated with your fellow creators like yourself?
In terms of maybe just creating content, I've done a couple. I've done skits. I've done a lot actually.
So collaboration.
It helps. It helps if you collaborate with your fellow creators. Introduce yourself to bigger audience, newer audience. It's very nice. So, yeah.
All right. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Right. I'm a micro influencer myself, and my niche is natural hair.
Okay.
So I've had it in mind all this time to one day I want to launch a product or I want to launch natural hair products. So the thing that bothers me now is I'm stuck between waiting for my audience to grow before I launch that product so that I can transfer them somehow to that product, or starting this business when I'm ready to actually start the business despite not having a lot of followers. So what would you advise if you were to be in my shoes?
Okay, first I would say that you shouldn't wait for your followers to grow or to have that huge following before you do what you love, right? Like I said earlier, for me as a brand owner, aside being an influencer, I work with a lot of micro influencers. I'm not really about the big names, right? So if you have just 1,000 followers that trust you and trust what you do, I feel like you're okay, you're good to go. You don't have to wait for, because at the end of the day, let me use myself as an example now. Like I said earlier, when I started Beauty by Day, I tried to separate both brands. I still feel like even with my 600 plus followers, I don't really have a lot of them that buy Beauty by AD products.
Yes.
Not because they don't love me. They love me, but it's not everybody that would love makeup.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to learn to grow your followers with your business. Let them see. I mean, if you have a separate page for your business, you're growing the page. I feel like the mistake I made was, or I won't call it a mistake. I just feel like that was how it just happened. I didn't grow both brands together. I grew Diiadem brand separately. I grew Beauty by Age separately. It's just recently, like 2 years ago, I started with, Beauty by, you must see my brand by force. So I'm posting it back to back on the page. The ones that will buy will buy.
Yeah.
The ones that will not buy will not buy. So at the end of the day.
Yeah, I get that. But did you also would you say that you saw a difference, or was it growing at the same pace it started growing with? I'm talking about Beauty by AD now. Did you see a difference when you started being the face of your brand, or a difference in the growth? Or was it growing at the normal pace, or it was growing at the pace that it was supposed to grow? How do you say that worked out?
Yeah, it actually helped. I'm not going to lie, it actually helped. I mean, but if I'm completely honest with you, lately when people see me, they recognize me as Beauty by AD before they even call me Diiadem. Right? So it's just you. If you're sure of what you're doing, you will just come to realize that your business is even going farther than what you expect.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I don't really think it's about, you are starting a business, you are thinking about your influence. How do you want to start? Okay, so what do we say about people that are not even popular at all?
Their own businesses.
And their own businesses, right? So you can't use your influence to grow your business. Your business has to be your business. Your business should stand on its own, and your influence should just help.
Yes.
But you can't use that basis to start a business. I don't.
So your influence should just be a plus. Like
Yeah.
cherry on top.
Yes. Exactly.
My own question is, so, just listening to you talk, I feel like when it comes to like selling, you're very great at it, because I mean, Beauty by AD is doing well and Diiadem as your brand is doing well. So when it comes to just like selling, both on the product side and both selling yourself as a creator, have you encountered any challenges? And if you have, what were those challenges and how did you deal with them?
As an influencer, I've encountered a lot of challenges. Right, a lot of it. Sometimes I feel very down. Sometimes I feel like I'm not accepted. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing well. There are times that even on social media, Instagram, especially, you just realize that you've been shadow banned, and then your followers are not growing. But you wouldn't let all this weigh you, right? You wouldn't let all this weigh you. You're looking at the bigger picture. You know where you are headed, so you have to really appreciate the journey, right? You have to value your journey. So you have to appreciate your journey to value your destination. So it happens. There are times that you drop a post that you've gone through a lot to put together. You know how it is when creating content, and then you make that post and you're not even getting the engagements that you imagine. So that alone can even put you off, can make you give up, but you can't give up. You have to just keep pushing. There are times that you do some jobs and maybe you send it to the brands, and the brands are like, oh, this is not good enough. Can you get no's a lot. You get no's, depends on how you want to take it. Do you want to, because of this no, do you want to stop? Do you want to keep pushing? So it happens. Just stay focused.
I think it's important that you say this and it's coming from you, because a lot of smaller creators would, beat themselves up and just immediately blame it on the fact that, okay, it's because I'm a smaller creator that this brand is saying this.
It happens.
I think it's important for people to hear it from you, because it happens to everybody. Or there are days that you feel like, what am I doing here? But that shouldn't stop you from doing what you actually love.
Because, and there are times that you even send a mail to brands that you're wanting to work with, and they don't reply you, or they tell you, oh, not this time.
Exactly.
You know how heartbreaking that can be. But you have to just keep going.
Exactly.
So I've had situations that brands that will look down on me, and then they'll be the one to come back and say, oh, we want to work with you.
It's always nice when that happens.
Exactly. And that's because you didn't give up and you didn't let the no weigh you down. You just use that as a base to forge ahead.
Yeah, and one more, I'm just going to add to what she said, because there are some days that you would actually, you know how creating content is?
Yes.
There are some days that you create something that you truly love, but then just because it's not getting that engagement that you thought it was going to get, you just immediately assume that
it's not good enough.
You know, like that. I don't think you should let that, you know, get in the way of you creating what you actually love. Yeah.
I guess my next question is, when it comes to, you know, choosing what brands you want to work with. So you've mentioned how sometimes when you reach out to brands that you really want to work with and they say no, do you have like a process in deciding, oh, this type of brand is worthy, like this type of brands work for my followers, or maybe no, these are not the type of brands I reach out to?
Okay, so for me, I feel like for you to even click the follow button to follow me, you already like me. You like what I do, you like what I'm all about and all. So before I work with any brand, I always do my research. I've been there, done that. I mean, there are times that I will not come here and say I'm a saint, so I'm not taking any brand job because of the pay. I've done that severally in the past, and I hear them because there are times that you do adverts for people because of the money, not because you even use the product. And then maybe your followers encountered back and forth with the brand. There are times that I've done some adverts before that after doing the advert, the person blocked me. After collecting all the money, like, you know, people will reach out to this person, and you know, the people were paying after collecting that money, because people do that a lot as scam now. So because people they'll pose as a brand, they'll come to you, they'll pay you for the ad. Once they pay you for the ad without doing your own research, you collect the money, do the advert like, oh, you use the products. By the time people pay this person, you get blocked. The people that made payments too get blocked. And then you will now be the one paying the people that have paid the brand.
Oh my god!
So it has happened to me before.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
It has happened to me before. So I mean, ever since then, I said, you know what? If I don't know where you live, if I don't know your facility, if I don't know anything about your brand, or maybe you have a physical office, I'm not doing it. And I must use the products. I've had to stop some past collaborations because I wasn't just comfortable with reviews, you know, and I said a lot of no's. Me, I'm the queen of no's. It's not like I don't want to do it, but because I can't do it, I can't use the product. The product I cannot use on myself, there's no point telling my followers to use it.
I feel like it's so interesting you just touched on like how it's good to make sure that things are quality and like businesses work, because actually today I'm wearing the VC by AD Matter of Primer. I went by the store yesterday and I picked it up, and I was just looking and I was like, what this woman has built is just like insane. Like,
thank you.
I'm so stunned. Like, I just remembered and I was just like, no, I have to say, because like when you spoke about quality products, I feel like that, because I did my makeup at the store yesterday. I think you guys just started offering that service.
Actually, we've been doing
okay, you guys haven't put it, because I feel like I saw it somewhere. So I was like, oh, let me try this out. And then the girl who did my makeup, she was really nice. I was like, oh, thank you, blah blah blah. She was like, oh, buy this. And I was like, I don't need anything. She was like, just try. And then I did my makeup with it today, and it was so good. So when she's talking about like doing quality, guys, believe her, because she doesn't play. She doesn't play with her products at all. Like,
because I have blush on too.
Everything is like so great. So one thing that I've heard though in you sharing your experiences is you have diversified your income stream. So you started, or you had makeup and then you went to influencing. So I myself, I'm a creator. I do like lifestyle content, and oftentimes in like the last year, I've been very, very focused on finding out ways to diversify my income. So I've done things like I've sold like presets, like when you take this Lightroom presets, you copy it and you paste on your pictures, and I've had people buy. I've also done like Notion, so I do productivity content sometimes as well. So I have like templates. I have a lot of templates that I've sold, and I've done that in a fit to diversify my income stream. So I don't know if you have like any experience or advice for creators who have maybe tried just creating and posting content on its own and they've just not really had luck in generating income that way.
Okay, so I don't know how you want me to speak on WhatsApp. I don't know.
That's scary.
Because because aside that,
Yeah.
I don't really do much, right? I would even say me being an entrepreneur comes first for me than being an influencer. I love being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but to be honest with you, I love my office. So aside getting paid for sponsored posts, how else can you make money? Maybe keep pushing.
Okay, I have a question though.
Okay.
So you spoke about Snapchat and how you have like a big community there. I've heard a lot of people say that Snapchat pays.
Yes.
So you
why
don't
I
see it
said
as
keep
an
pushing.
ecosystem.
So why I said keep pushing is this, yeah. Even if you create content and maybe brands pay you to create content, or maybe they don't pay you to create content, you can actually create content on your own. So for me, there are two types of influencers: the ones that earn money, that do the sponsored posts like I do, and the ones that just love creating content. Because at some point, the platforms will definitely pay you. Twitter, not Twitter, X. People are now making money on X now just by tweeting, just by Xing. What do they call it? No, not Twitter.
We haven't figured out a name. We haven't. We just
So just by writing stuff, even things that are not true, they make money off that. If on Instagram, I feel like there are ways you can make money. The subscription thing that just launched.
True.
You can make money. By that, even on Snap, people are cashing out daily on Snap, and yet to figure it out.
Okay, because I always be like, please, can you shed some light? Because I feel like that's something that I'm very, very interested
We're in the
in.
same boat, my love, because I need money too. Please.
Because like I've heard like creators be like, when you sign up on Snap, they say you should sign up on Snap, then you sign up on Snapchat Premium. But I'm like, okay, after I sign up for Snapchat Premium, like what's next?
What's next?
Like what next?
It's not easy, but I mean, we'll get there. I think I'll get this.
Please, when you do, call us and tell us so that we can tell the rest of everyone else.
I told you I was spill it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think so much. Like I feel like you just sharing how important it is to keep pushing until the platforms eventually pay you. I think that sometimes we forget that these platforms actually have monetization strategies on them. They might not pay as much in the beginning, but when you do it over time and you build your audience, you start earning from them. We've come to the end of this episode, and on that note, thank you for watching.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know if you learned something from our beautiful host here. And
do you have any last words for them?
Okay. Keep pushing. If you have anything that you love, make sure you do it. The major thing, the most important thing for you is to start, right? So,
all right, that's it from the Influencer Av podcast. See you in our next one. Bye.
Bye.